Welcome to today's video. So I really want to talk more on how to take partial profit, like to specify how this partial profit work. I know I've explained it in some of, like, in the videos I posted on the Telegram channel and then also on my YouTube channel. So but I didn't really show how to really take partial profit. I just only give you a rough example of how to take partial profit. So in this video I'm going to show how you can take partial profit, right? I'm going to show how you can take partial profit in this video. So now I currently have a trade running, which is USDJPY. So this is the trade that is running now, and as you can see, just using a lot size of 0.02. You can see this is where I entered for the buy, 0.02, and I'm risking about 2,700 to I'm risking about 2,717 naira to make, like, the total take profit is about 16, 1:16, right? So but I plan to take my partial profits at this high here, this clean high, right? This is where I plan to take my profits, or above. I expect that price to come and clear this long wick here. You can see this long wick here, so this is what I expect price to do, right? So if I go down to the 4 hours, this is another point again where I expect that price will come and take out, right? Because the overall trend is an uptrend, so I expect that price will come and clear up this long wick. As you can see, this long wick. So if you go down to the daily time frame as well, you are going to see what I'm talking about. So I expect that price should come and take out this high here, right? I expect price to come and take out this high and then come all the way to this other high and take out this high as well. As I said, my target is 1:16, so I'm risking about 2,700, as you can see here, which is say 2,700 to make times 16, which is, so I'm risking 27 to make 46, 43, 44,000, right? That's what I'm risking on this trade. But actually my account is just 24, so it's not even up to 27, right? So I just want to show how to take partial on this trade. Alright, so I initially wanted to take my partial profits at this point here, but for the sake of this video I'm going to just take partial profits as the trade is currently going and leave the remaining one to run. So first things first, what you will do is, first of all, you cannot take partial profits when you are using a lot size of 0.01. Please listen carefully. You cannot take partial profits when you are using a lot size of 0.01. Before you can take partial profit, you need to be using lots from, like, a lot size of 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 50 lots, 0.50, 1 standard lots, 10 standard lots, continuous. So you have to use a lot size that's above 0.01. This is the only way you can take partial profit, right? This is the only way you can take partial profit. So you cannot take partial. If I was using 0.01 on this trade, I cannot take partial profit, right? I cannot take, so I have to use a lot size that is above 0.01 before I can take partial profit. So actually I did not put take profit on this trade, right? Because I'm watching it from my TV. I know, I expect where it should go, right? So what now you need to do is to take partial profit, right? Now let me go down. You can see the trade is currently going. This is a Naira account. Actually I'm risking 2,000 here, for which I'm risking the whole account, right, to make I don't know, I have 40 something k, right? So now this is what you just need to do when you want to take partial profit. Now when you see the trade running like this, all you just need to do is to swipe to the left hand side. Guys, please pay attention very well. So this is the trade running, right? I'm using a lot size of 0.02. now I come under trades. Now what I need to do is to just swipe the trade I want to take partial profit on. You can see this is what I need to take. Then you see this first icon here, right? This first icon here, right? This is what you are going to click on. This one that has this good icon, right? This is what you are going to click on. So when you click on it, now when you click on it, this is going to open this position for you, right? This is what is going to open, right? So it's open this point place. This is a different, this is different if you want to close trade, right? This is different maybe if you want to so let me see, this is different if you want to close trade, maybe you want to close your trade or something like that. But this way, this is just like you're closing the trade, but you're closing, for instance, I'm using 0.02, right? And I want to take partial profit of one, which I want to take partial profit of 0.01 and then allow 0.01 to continue running. I'll just break even on it, so in case the trade comes back and reverse. So this is how you take partial profit. Now if you move your stop loss to break even, right? So let's do the break even part. So this is it here. I come to modify this. Now to modify your position, which is to move your stop loss to break even, this is what you do. You come here and click on this pencil icon. Now this is where my stop loss is, 143,966, right? So you can see it here, my stop loss is 143,966. so I want to break even on this trade. That means I'm going to move my entry, my stop loss to my entry, which will be 144.029. So I'm going to move this, click on this pencil icon. Now I move this stop loss here. If you check at the top here, you're going to see my entry. This was where I enter. You can see buy 0.02 USD JPY at 144.092. So I'm going to type that my buy entry at when I bought, right? So why is 144.092? Now I'm going to click on modify. Now if I click on modify, you can see you are no longer seeing my stop loss. You can see my stop loss have come back to my entry. You can see it's showing 0 point, meaning that I'm not going to lose anything on this trade in case this trade reverse. In case this trade reverse down, right, reverse all the way down and hit this my entry, which is my break even. I'm not going to lose anything on this trade, right? I'm not going to lose anything on this trade. So now let me show you how to take partial profit. Now you come back here, you just swipe, click on this first good, this icon that has this first good. When you click on it, now usually if you click on this close with profit, your trade will automatically close as we know it, right? Your trade will automatically close. But now when you want to take partial profit, this is how you take partial profit. Now you see I enter this trade with 0.02, right? So if I want to take partial profit, I will reduce the loss size. That means I will use my loss size. Now you can see this is 0.0. I want to reduce my loss size, so I'm going to use my loss size to 0.01. So you can see when I reduce this to 0.01, you can see what happened. The amount initially was okay. Let me go back to 0.02. You can see the amount here is 11,000 plus, right? But when I reduce my loss size to 0.01, you can see it has given me half of the initial amount, right? What 0.02 will give me is about 11k. But if I was trading with 0.01, it will give me about 5,600, right? So you cannot increase more. Actually, you cannot increase. You can see, you cannot increase. You can only reduce to take partial profit. Now when I take partial profits here, this is going to add to my balance, right? Initially you saw my balance was, let me go back. You can see my balance here is 2,416 and my equity is about 13,000. So let me take partial profit here. Now I'll click on this good icon. I just reduce my loss size to 0.01. You can see 0.01 is showing here, right? So I'll just click on close. I'm going to click on close with profit. Now when you see I've clicked on close with profit, right? Now you can see my balance has changed from 2,400 to 8,000 naira, right? This is how you take partial profit. Now 2,800 naira. Then this remaining 0.01, I'll leave it to continue running, right? I'm going to leave it to continue on, and I'm already on break even here. So in case this trade reverse down to this point, which I don't expect it to do so, but just in case it reverse back to this my entry, I'm not going to lose anything. In fact, I've made profit already of 5,500, right? I've made profit of 5. So you can see this is how it will look like. Now you can see I know you wonder, I've seen this thing, but I don't really know what is this, but this is how it looks like. So this 0.02 USJPY buy 0.01 / 0.02. Now the 0.02 was your initial entry, right? This was the initial lot you used to enter the trade. Now the other one, which is 0.01, is the partial profit you take, meaning that there's left of 0.01 that is still, that have not been closed yet, which is still running. That's what you see here, right? That's what you see here. I know you guys will, this trade is going to reverse back, right? Right, this is what the market, anything happen, but I don't expect this trade to come back to my entry, right? I expect to just bounce maybe off of this breaker here, and then to the upside to clear up this liquidity up here, right? So this is what I expect for the for it to happen in the market, right? So I'm going to open my trading view and show you how the trade is currently playing out, right? So let's go to my trading view. Look first, then leap. All right, so this is my trading view here, and let's see how the trade is really playing out, right? You can see this was a very nice catch, right? And very little lot size, about 12 pips, right? 12.6 pips to make the total stake is about 257. Yeah, about 209, 209 pips. So I'm just 1612 to make 209. So you can see this is the trade, right? I expected price to clear this clean stop on here, right? And price did it and moved higher, and there's this other block here, right? So price just came around the entry, right, around this point here. But I still, what I'm expecting to happen now is probably this thing to reverse maybe to this breaker here, possibly, and to clear up this liquidity up here, right? This is clean highs. I expect price to clear it, right? But just in case anything can happen as well, it can also come back and hit my entry. And you also notice that I move my stop loss from this point to break even, right, to my entry. So that is just it. So this is where I expect my take profit, right? So if I go down to so let's go down to the 4 hours. Now if you go down to the 4 hours, okay, let's go down to the daily. Let's see. So if you go down, you can see this where I put my initial take profit here, right, at this point, because I expect that price should come and clear this liquidity, this long week liquidity, right? So there are different types of liquidity. We have double top, double bottom, equal highs or equal low, as you call it. Long week, we have trend line liquidity, and so on and so forth. So this is a long week liquidity on the daily time frame, and you can see price is actually bullish, right? Price is actually bullish on the daily time frame. So if you go down to the weekly, so let's see, let me see if I can go down to the weekly time frame as well. You also see, right, so this is the weekly time frame, right? So this is where my initial take profit is, my main take profit, like complete, and this is another long liquidity on the weekly time frame that I expect price to come and clear. So I just want to see the reaction here, and then I'm going to leave. If I haven't taken that partial profit, I would have just wait after it hit here. I'll close one and leave the remaining one to run all the way to this up here. But right, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. So it's not so bad that I take the partial profit as well. And anyways, on a demo account, it's not actually a real account. That's just a demo. I'm just trying to check something, so I decided to just use that 2k to take that trade, right? So this is what I expect. Price can actually just reverse from here and then keep on going higher as well, or reverse down to this, maybe to this fair value gap, and then to the upside to clear this liquidity up here. So you can actually take all your whole profits here. This is also a nice trade, which is like 1:7, or you can just take it here, which is like 1:6. But I want to risk everything here because I just want to try it out, right? I've never catch trade that has this high risk to reward ratio, so I want to see how this will go. I've catch maybe I've done it twice, but I later fucked up actually, because when the trade was going, I went and go and be that when the trade is already going your way, like in your favor, right, and it has gone maybe like halfway, or like just it has moved maybe like few pips, right, few pips, and you know that this, or you have this probability that this trade was going to go and hit your take profit. So okay, now let me just use this trade and explain what I'm talking about. Now let's say this way your take profit is supposed to be, right? I enter this trade from here, and you notice that this trade is already at this point here, right? It's at this point here. Now you see that that trade always used to reverse. It will reverse when it's going up. It doesn't just go up in a straight line. It will go up, retrace a little bit, go up, retrace a little bit, go up, like that. So normally your trade will be something like this. When you're taking, it will not just keep on going up in a straight line. No, it will go up, it takes a little bit, go up, it takes a little bit, go up. So something like this. So this was what was going on. Like, things have played out like this. So when you have greed have entered you, you want to just do rubbish in the market, and then you want to catch the whole of the move that is going on in the market. So the thing was like going up like this. My entry was maybe around here. The thing was going up. I know this little retracement. So what I wanted to do was to short sell, right? To short, I was on a long position, right? So what I wanted to do was to catch all the whole moves. So this retracement that is going on, I wanted to short sell. You know the way you short sell down, and then you buy again to the upside. That was what I did, guys. It gave me money, right? It gave me money, but I blew the account. Honestly, that was so crazy that day. I blew the account. This was a trade that I think it was even on the Naira account. I think I was taking a trade of from 20 something K on a single trade. It was on BTC. I think from 20 something thousand, either 20 or 20, I can't remember, but around 20 something K in Naira, right? I was trying to take that money to close to 200 to 300K on one trade, right? On one, about 300 and so 300 or so. That's what I was wanted to take that, because it was a long buy. I think I took that trade from when Bitcoin was around 70 something. It came down to 77 around that point. That's when I took that trade, and I was targeting to take it to 102. And in fact, the trade went beyond 102 on that move, right? It went beyond 102. So you can see, when you want to catch this short sell, you want to like sell down and then buy again to the upside. That was when I fucked up. I fucked up massively, because the trade, where it came that it started reversing back up, I could not close it, because because I was flip, that short sell down, I was trying to add more. I added a lot of position, but at first when I took my trade, it was just one single position. It was just 0.01. But when it was now retracing, I wanted to short sell down, so I added a lot of position to it. So when it was now retracing back up, my account could not hold it, right? My account, because I opened more position than even my initial entry, my account could not hold it. And before I could close, I mistakenly closed my buy entry, my initial buy that I did long, the long position I entered. I mistakenly closed it, and that was crazy, right? That was crazy. I expect not to ever repeat that nonsense again, guys. It was crazy. It was crazy, but it's a beautiful experience anyway. You don't get, you learn from it, right? So whenever you're on a trade, don't try to, if you are on long, make sure they are longing this day. Don't try, okay, because I'm longing this day, you want to now catch a short move that is going to happen before you continue longing. No guys, if you are long on, if you are bullish on a trade and you want to add more position, look for signals that will give you the ability to add more position to your buy. As you move your stop loss, as your initial buy have moved up like this, you move your stop loss to break even. If you don't take partial profit, fine, you can do trailing stop, right? I explain what trailing stop is, so you can move your trailing stop. I'm going to also go back to my MT5 and show you what trailing stop is, right? So that's just, and capitalize on the market well, right? So that's just it. Right, okay, so let me go back to my MetaTrader and show you what trailing stop means. Okay, so this is what trailing stop. I know it won't really show here because it won't show here because I've actually moved my stop loss to break even, so MetaTrader won't allow me. But this, if I move this, if I bring this my stop loss down or up, you will to see what trailing stop means. So what trailing stop is, from where you put your stop loss, all you just need to do is to take your stop loss a little bit up. This is not partial profit. This is different from partial profit. Your initial 0.02 that you use, or the loss size you use, when you want to move your trailing stop, you just need to take your stop loss to your entry to be called break even. Now, for it to be called trailing stop, you need to move down your stop loss from where it was to inside where the trade is, right? Like inside. So let me use this. Like if my stop loss was here, right? If my stop loss was here and I bring it to my entry, which is break even. Now trailing stop means that you're going to take your stop loss. Maybe if you want to put your stop loss here, you can put it here or here. It means that you have locked this position from this point here, right? From this point to your entry, you have locked this profit here. So in case this price comes out and hits you out here, you're out of the trade, right? You're out of the trade. But take partial profit means that you are going to, if you open maybe a loss of 0.02 and you want to take partial profit. So as this trade is here, if you take partial profit, you are going to take, if you are taking partial profit, let's say you want to take partial profit of 0.01. Now it's going to close you out. It's going to close this trade from here, from where the coin's price is to your where you enter the position for. It's going to close that profit for you. Then leave the remaining profit to keep on going. Now all you just need to do is to move the other. If now just the way this current trade is going on, just move the stop loss to break even, right? So that you not turn a winning trade into a losing trade. Because if you leave your stop loss here and this trade comes out and hits, and let's say you move your stop loss is still where you kept it, right? Maybe below here, and this trade comes out and hits your stop loss, it's just waste. Like you just wasted this trade. So that's why you need to, when you take partial profit, move your other trade stop loss to break even, then allow it to run. So in case this trade comes out and hits you out here, you're out of the trade, right? So that's just it, right? This is how to take partial profits, and also this is how to do trading stop as well. So you guys should be safe out there. Peace out.